Hello. Welcome everyone to JLABTV. I am JLAB and this is Football Manager 2021, the Youth Academy Challenge with Siena. If you like these kind of videos, be sure to like and share this video and to subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a lot. I wanted to go through my manager profile because last time we were here, we actually were looking at the end of the 13th season, I think it was, or midway through the 13th season. We've actually had a few stats going up, like the working with youngsters is now up to 8, which is actually kind of nice. But also, we've now apparently made some enemies. I say enemies. The Sampdoria manager does not like me. He is, well, we've got a fairly poor relationship with him, which is a bit surprising when I think of it. He's also friends with Stuart Dallas, the Fulham manager, which is also a little surprising, but then again, he was also the Torino manager until recently. So, yeah, he's been around. He's actually been a manager of Middlesbrough, Sevilla, Huskar, Torino, and now Fulham. He's had a very interesting career so far, I must confess. Wasn't expecting that. And also, the Padova manager doesn't like me either. I'm assuming it's due to the fact that, despite the fact I loaned him a player that got him 2 trophies last year, he was not able to loan the player back, which he could have done. It's just he didn't come in for him, and they're now bottom of the table in the Serie B, which, well, second bottom. It's beside the point. He didn't make a use of the fact that he was available and just didn't go for him. So it's his own fault. But yeah, so we've actually had a few games since we last met, and we brought some new staff in as well. So shall we go over that briefly? I managed to bring in Leon Blackmore-Such as a under-20s coach, and he is a pretty good coach. A 4.5-star coach in his area, which he's very, very good at. I can show you right now what I'm talking about when I say this, because he is pretty good as an attacking tactical coach. He was at Oxford. He's been at Oxford for his entire career. He's been their caretaker manager multiple times. And we've gone from Oxford. So, yeah, very good coach. Very, very good. It's just a shame it doesn't seem to show his coaching stuff. But, again, I like him. He's good. We're also about to try and get Rachel Gillen from Falkirk as a physio, because I asked for another physio slot. They said yes. And we're about to get her in. So, good stuff for us. Another member of staff that can be really good for the team and to bolster our ranks, which is looking good. That being said, though, shall we look at the results we've had since we last met? Since we last met, we had 5 matches and we've lost 4 of them. The first of which was a game that we went behind inside 2 minutes. I think Roberto was also off injured at one point or another in this move. And despite having twice as many shots and potentially the better chances, we managed to lose this game by a 1-0. Disappointing game, to say the least, and quite frankly, they probably just knew what to do with us and we couldn't cope, which is a bit annoying. I'm starting to fear that my tactic that I've been using, or I said my tactic, the tactic that I've been using has been figured out, and it's actually starting to concern me a little bit, just knowing that is potentially the case. We were at our best, and despite the fact we had the better chances, they just did better with their chances, and their goalkeeper had a 7.6 rating, which I think tells you how good he was on the day, doesn't it? Our next game was away from home against Juventus, and we took the lead inside 55 minutes of the game. By this point, we were actually the better team, and Pigneri's goal actually reflected on our dominance and how good we were. However, just 2 minutes later, we were down to 10 men after Fantozzi got sent off for a second booking, and Juventus, well, they show what they can do. Moro gets the first goal to make it 1-0 in 72 minutes in, and in the 90th minute of the game, we conceded a last-gasp winner. 91 minutes in, Moro gets his second of the game, and for me, the fact it was 91st minute in kind of hurt, because I felt, yes, they were the better team in the terms of the chances they created, but the second half, we were definitely the better team when we took the lead. And for me, that red card that Fantozzi got for a second bookable offence absolutely changed the game in their favour, which hurts. It really, really hurts. We were definitely really good in this day, and it was only after this booking comes in. It was a silly tackle too. It was a silly foul. Like, he just does that. I was about to take him off too, which is the worst part. So when he gets taken off, my player's already on the pitch, about to get on, and he gets sent off. So my fears of him getting sent off was kind of justified in that one. Shame that we couldn't do more, and it's a shame that we missed out on an opportunity to get our first point against Juventus because of a red card. Maybe the chances too, but I'm just going to blame the red card personally. Next game we had, we hosted Spal. We won this game 2-1. It was 2-0. Oliver getting the first goal, and then Bondi scoring this goal just before the end of the first half. He just took advantage of Oliver's shot hitting the bar and nobody pouncing first. We do concede this goal very late on, and honestly, it was bad defending. We didn't deserve anything out of this in that situation. The fact we almost blew a 2-goal lead. Is disappointing to say the least, but we took a win regardless, a much needed win given that we've lost 4 times in the last 5 matches. Why have we lost so many times? We had Atalanta next, and honestly, this was a disappointing moment because we actually were doing well. It was a missed header from Colucci who allowed Punna to score the only goal of the game for Atalanta. I feel like they definitely deserved something, but we deserve something too. Yes, we didn't have as many shots, but it's only by 2, and we had more shots on target than they did. They just took advantage of the shot that they had, and they scored the only shot that they really had in that situation that actually did productive stuff. So I was a little annoyed that we couldn't win this game, honestly. But Parda come on from the bench to get the winning goal, and it was frustrating because we deserve at least a point from this. Last game we had was at home to Roma, and again, it was a game we should have at least got something out of. The fact that, yes, they had chances, yes, they probably deserved something more than the point that they could have had, but Diamante with the only goal of the game, scoring the winner to beat us, and yeah. Roma are a strange team, like we can beat them on our day, but on other days we can't, and they are annoying to say the least, because I know we can actually beat them. But once they got their goal, they kind of just decided to turn up the heat, and we just couldn't cope. So, yeah, they deserved this win, and they needed that goal to really get the momentum on their side. We couldn't cope afterwards, and it just showed with the number of chances they had, and the way they actually just rose and rose and rose. That being said, after these 5 matches, where does that leave us in the league? So in the league, we're in 13th place, about to take on 11th place Sampdoria in the first match of this round of fixtures. 12 games in, it could be bad if we only have 14 points. We've scored 15 times and only conceded 12, so it's not like we're terrible, it's just we don't have our days enough. And the fact that we can have really good games and still manage to lose shows that maybe we're trying too hard at times. We've got the same amount of points as AC Milan though, who are in 11th place, and maybe AC Milan had a bad season because they've got the same amount of points as us and has Verona. And we've beaten AC Milan, AC Milan have beaten us, sorry. Either way though, we need to win because I don't want to be close enough to be within 2 wins of the relegation zone. Sampdoria are just a point clear of the relegation zone themselves, as are Spal. Sottovero, Cagliari are down there in 8 points, while Udinese have only got 7. So the teams we've beaten seem to be in the relegation fight. And I don't want to be pessimistic, but I feel like that maybe this year we're going to struggle to have a good year, unlike last season. This feels like a season we're going to be very much down the fight of relegation, and going into Christmas and December, I'm fearing the worst. That being said, though, we're going to take on Sampdoria now. We need something out of this because I just do not have a lot of faith at the moment in what we're doing. The 4 defeats, yes, it's 4 defeats against 5 very good teams. And the 5 teams we've lost against have all been pretty good. We've lost to Atalanta, Roma, Juventus, Bologna, and AC Milan. Those are not easy teams to take on. And if anything, the fact we've not lost to Lazio on top of that kind of tells me that maybe we got something out of this, as well as the Fiorentina result. So that's very difficult games. I feel like most of these teams are above our class, and if we get points against them, then we're doing ourselves justice. Sampdoria, we need to beat because we need these results very much so. And Conte has had a very bad run of form, so I'm going to criticize him. And I'm going to tell him we need him back on form. Morale-wise, it's not looking great. I think we're starting to struggle, starting to slip down that slippery slope of having a bad run of form. It's starting to affect us. We need more games to definitely progress in. And for me, if we don't, then something's going to go wrong, right? We need more. And the team that's been showing me the performance right now hasn't been great. We've got injuries and suspensions too. Like DBS is suspended. Fantozzi was suspended, but he's also now injured for another 2 weeks, which is a not ideal situation. I'm only looking at some players and getting rid of them in the next contract runs. Conte and Bondi are probably the only 2 of the 3 players in our team that are good enough for this division now. And yeah, Bondi is good enough for a decent player, as is Conte. But now we got Barbini, who is declining. I don't know why he's declining, but he's now apparently only a good Serie B player. Basilico, I think, is another player that is still good enough. Yeah, so good enough. We only got 4 players. So anyone that's about 3.5 stars is apparently only good enough for a decent player in this division. Even Jack Oliver, who is now 3-star. I say 3 stars, still 3.5 stars. But apparently he's only good enough to be a good player in Serie B now. So I'm a little concerned that the team has gone backwards somehow in this last year as we're trying to upgrade our facilities. I don't know why. It feels like it is. But we're going to hope for the best. And we're going to give a potential debut to this guy, Brando Gabrielini. I don't think he's great, but he's also improving quite a lot. So maybe he could get a chance today in what could be his last season for the club. Who knows? What we're going to do, though, is hope for the absolute best, and if we can beat Sampdoria in a game that we lost last year at their ground, then we've done ourselves justice, right? We've got a throw, Barbini takes it. Bondi plays it back out to Barbini, though, strangely enough. I don't know why he's done it, but here's Barbini again. He's played in the middle. It's not done well, but Bondi finds Brazzoni. Barbini again. It's been headed away, and I don't know who that... Hold on. Who are you? Conte makes an absolute hash of that, and now for Crantran on the ball, we might need to go less attacking. We've gone and been caught on the break. Christ almighty. Come on. I'm going to be whiny in this game. I'm just going to be honest and say this. I'm going to be absolutely whiny because we keep on making mistakes like this. And against a team that is currently below us on the league table. And when we did so well at the beginning of the year, I don't know where our form was gone. Yes, we've had a really difficult run of form, but that's not an excuse to really be this bad. Surely it can't be an excuse to be this bad. We've got a throw again. We decided to demand more this time. The keeper has gone to this comfortably. I don't know what our players are trying to do in this game. I really don't. They got the chance here now, and it's going to be very, very bad if we could see the second. I should have gone less attacking. They just cut us apart. Like, they got two strikers up front, and I don't know what it is, but I just can't seem to cope with this right now. A very frustrating situation to be in. We've got a throw. We've gone positive, so I don't know what it's going to do. Every highlight we've had that's ended up in their goal has started with a throw for us, and I'm actually now scared because I think we're going to get the ball away. Bonley gets his head up. We have given the ball away, but I don't know. Keeper's just not turned up either. So when the keeper, who's a decent player of his division, does not turn up, it's a good bad sign as well. And this is something else. Like, I don't know what it is about this team that's just destroying us every single time, but they just keep destroying us. Last year we got very lucky, I feel, to even get a top half finish, but this year we just feel like a very stupidly bad team. Oliver on the chance. Oliver does get a goal, so at least we've got a goal, right? At least we can score. But I don't know where the team's gone other than that. Where's the team disappeared to? Like, at what point do I look at it and think, we need to do more in this? We've just not turned up this year, and it's frustrating. And this whole game is just kind of infuriating more than anything else, because we know we're better than this. As they get a free kick throw in now. And apparently we missed a header. That's great. The team is frustrated. Keeper's anxious. Oliver's passed back to Conte. If we get a second goal now, then maybe the game's on. I don't know. But Pigneri the ball, who's playing as the inside forward because he's got the ability to do it. He's played across. It's not worked out for him. Gallardi now on the ball because DiBiase's suspended. Conte plays it in. And Bondi scores. Okay, game on. Game on indeed. There we go. Maybe we got a chance here. Second half, we've turned up. And I don't know what it was about the first half that just didn't want to work for us. But this one has definitely worked for us. That's a very good ball in. A very good ball in to find him in the first place from Conte. I think it was Conte. Yeah, Conte. Showing why he's one of the best players in the team. With deliveries like that, you know we can do something right. Yeah? We tried to fight the team. Some of them okay, some of them not so okay. And we've conceded anyway. There goes our dreams. There goes our hopes of actually getting something out of this game. Oh, bloody hell. Don't you love it when you're thinking you could do something and then they just do that kind of delivery and it's just that good of a finish? I don't feel like I want to play this game for a bit. I'm going to be honest with you. When we turn up, we can do absolutely nothing. The first half just destroyed us. If we did this in the second half, we did the second half performance every single time, then we would be fine. But it was the first performance. We don't want that kind of performance every single time. And the players are getting stupid. With 6 points clear of the relegation zone, I will continue to stress this until we are mathematically clear. And in every game, we need to be clear. Every single season. Until then, we need to be certain we are clear relegation zone. Because quite frankly, we are not good enough at the moment. We are going to be relegated as things stand if we continue this kind of performance, okay? That's just how I see it. As long as we are fighting as bad as we are and doing as bad as we are going to go down. There's no denying that. There's no question about it. I got players like Gallardi who's coming in and he is developing so well. So the idea that we have these players and they're not going to develop and potentially we're going to go down because of the development of these senior players not doing themselves justice, that hurts me. That absolutely hurts me. And now we've got a cup game in a few days, but we got it back. Like if we had gone and done ourselves, this round of time, like 60 minutes in, if we'd done that in the first half and not just let them get 2 goals in 3 minutes, we'd be fine. it'll be a draw. But no, we decided to just collapse completely. And I'm now just trying to figure out where we want to go. And it's just infuriating to know. I'm also going to cancel that friendly. I don't want that friendly. I don't know what to really think of anymore, you know? It feels like we're just wasting our time. And that's the annoying part, because we now got Parma. Sub-2L is a game we should be beating. We should be getting that game. But then we've got Napoli and Inter. They've got Frosinone. We're both for the Frosinone game, because that's when the intake's going to happen. But the Napoli and Inter games are going to destroy us. They really are. We're going to end this here. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I just want to... I honestly just want to get this season over and done with. Get all of the facilities upgraded and then get a good youth intake. Right now, I am stressing out about this. I'm going to be honest. I am stressing out about this season because I'm thinking we're going to go down. 100%, I think we're going to go down. Therefore, I hope you've enjoyed me stressing out about this whole situation. Hope you like and share this video and that you all subscribe to my channel. It really does help me a lot. Anyway, till next time. Goodbye and, well, good night. Oh, God.